Yes, welcome back to Football Heritage TV. Today, a transfer show, a transfer update. I wish that I was sitting here and bringing you loads and loads of news that my club, Tottenham Hotspur, are in for loads and loads of players, but it's all gone very quiet. In the last month, all we've done is one loan move in a month. One loan move in a month. Well done, Tottenham. Thanks for getting back to the Champions League. What was the bloody point of it? But in the rest of the world of football, there are loads and loads of transfers going on. Loads and loads of transfers. Clubs like Marseille putting my club to shame. So let's have a chat and see what's going on across the world of football. We're going to be getting into it. Darwin Núñez, where's he going? Benjamin Šeško's got to be the biggest transfer story right now. Arden Jashari has now signed for AC Milan. Marseille are in talks for Zagrova. I would take him at Tottenham, but that's enough about my club. Where's Jack Grealish going? Is Jack Grealish going? Where is Harvey Elliott going? That and a lot more. Newcastle apparently in talks for another centre-half. I'll talk to you about who that is going to be. And also, rumours that Mark Guehi hasn't had any bids accepted by Crystal Palace from Liverpool. So let's get into it. Let's see what's going on. And maybe, just maybe, and by the way, when I look away, I'm looking because it's all the alerts for transfers. Just the transfer news coming through. And I live in hope that one day I'm going to look and I'm going to go, oh, it's Spurs. But at the moment, it is not. Where should we start? It's got to be with this, doesn't it? Manchester United and Newcastle United and Benjamin SESKO is the story dominating, absolutely dominating the transfer scene at the moment. Two clubs going toe to toe. Man United's all-round bid is 85 million euros. Newcastle's all-round bid is 90 million euros. And these two clubs are slogging it out. They are slogging it out for Benjamin SESKO. And what a lovely position for him to be in as a player. A lovely position for Benjamin SESKO to be in. We knew that yesterday or the day before, I think it was yesterday, that Newcastle United did slap down a bid, I believe, of 80 million euros plus 10 million euros in add-ons. And I believe that worked out at 70 million pounds up front. 70 million pounds up front. We now know today that Man United have gone in and they've done 75 million plus 10 million. So their offer is 5 million euros lower, but we're led to believe that both offers will be accepted. Bear with me 1 second. I'm not going anywhere. Bear with me. You are a pain in my ass, Stanley. You are a pain in my ass. I've not gone. I'm here. We're led to believe that the offer for Man United is 10 million euros, so plus 75 million euros, or should I say the other way round? And it is 5 million euros less than the Newcastle United's bid. But the reports are all saying that Man United believe that the player is going to join them. Now, listen, obviously, I don't have a dog in this fight. I don't have a horse in this race, but it's going to be very interesting from a neutral point of view to see what happens in the next day or two with this, because he's got to go somewhere, right? I can't believe at this stage, I can't believe he's going to turn around and say, no, I have no interest. I do not want to go to either of these two clubs. So Romano here said, Man United send official bid to show serious concrete intentions to RB Leipzig following Newcastle's 90 million euro bid. Sources at Man United believe SESKO is keen on the move and decided to proceed with official bid. Newcastle and United waiting for his formal decision. I'm asking you in the chat, where's he going? Let's just get, there's a couple of hundred of you in here watching. You wouldn't think it from the number of people that haven't hit the like button. But from this, where is he going, people? Is he going to Newcastle United, who have got Champions League football, finished 5th, or is he going to Man United, who are, Man United, one of the biggest clubs on the planet, but with no European football, let alone no Champions League football, no European football at all? So let me know, and I'll come to some of your comments in a second. You know, as much as people are laughing and joking in the chat saying Spurs, I think it's embarrassing that we're not in the mix. I genuinely think it's embarrassing when you look at the players we've got in our attacking areas that we're not in this fight, that we're not making this a freeway fight for Benjamin Šeško. So for me, I think, again, this is only my opinion, I think he's going to end up at Man United. I still think it's a much bigger draw than Newcastle United. People can say all they want about offering this, offering that. It's still Man United. They are still a massive football club. And if they do get this deal over the line, it will be over £200 million spent on a brand new front three, on Cunha, on Buemo, and Šeško. And for me, that adds a lot of goals and a lot of assists to Man United. And for anyone saying, but they're rubbish at the back, their defence wasn't actually too bad last year. So this one's going to be interesting. Let me know in the chat. Let's have a look at some of the comments coming in. And you lot, don't be tight. Come on. I don't want to play this game. Smash the like button. There's already 300 of you in here. And there are 72 likes. We should have 200 likes. And I've literally asked the question, where will Benjamin Šeško end up? Will it be Newcastle, United, or other? So far, we've got 37% have said Newcastle, 56% have said United, and 7% have said other. I'd like to know who that other is. Good day to you. Chloe, how you doing, my friend? Hope you're well. Chloe said, Palace want 14 million for Guehi. I think we'll do well to get that for him with a year on his contract. Well, I guess this is the game that now needs to be played, right, in terms of the Guehi scenario, is do you take 40 million now, or do you keep the player for 1 year and then have nothing in a year's time? This is what you've got to ask yourself. Let me know what you would do as a Palace fan. Bowley's Blue Army said Šeško to United, Watkins to Newcastle, and Jackson to Villa. So you think there's going to be a bit of a striker merry-go-round. Big up to Anthony, said, finally, Jashari is joining my club after 2 months of dealing with Club Bruges. Yes, we're going to get to that in a minute. We will get to that one. But Arden Jashari is joining AC Milan. So AC Milan have sold Reinders to Man City and brought in Modric, Richie, and Jashari. Good business for me. Very, very good business for a club that don't have a lot of money. Big up to Cat Fun. Said, big up Savern Chat. As we know, Spurs do everything in the dark, but that's not any good. Yeah, but agreed. Forget Spurs YouTube and content. For me as a Spurs fan, I'm just sitting here going, hello. The transfer window is open. There are 27 days. And all we've done in a calendar month, is sign Paulinho on loan. I mean, that's really, really, really crappy. Free for all was a good player, crazy price. The prices are what they are. Strikers are in high demand. Šeško would be better off at Newcastle, says Jessica. Interesting, because also the flip side to this, guys and girls, the flip side to this, as I have a bit of water, please bear with me. The flip side to this is, what if they Newcastle don't get Šeško? What does that mean for Alexander Isak? Do they then stop the move? It's going to be very interesting. Lee, NUFC, Toon fan here, wouldn't have guessed, said Šeško will go Man U. It is what it is. End the window. I feel exactly the same, mate. I feel exactly the same. But yeah, I think that will happen. I really, really do. Ed has said that's a huge risk for Šeško at that price. He could easily end up the next Núñez. Finishing is very hit and miss. Lots of money for someone who's scoring record is nothing to write home about. I guess the problem you've got, Ed, is I don't think there's many strikers across the world with great goal-scoring records, if we're going to be brutally honest. Jessica thinks Newcastle. Paul Summerfield has said Champions League at Newcastle. Other than money, why would you go to Man U? It's still Man United, Paul. They still have Paul. Why would Cunha go there? Why would Mbeumo go there? Listen, if they've got Cunha and Mbeumo, they add SESKO, suddenly United look a little bit tasty. Luke has said 80 million for a striker scoring 13 goals. The world's gone mad. It has. The world has gone mad. Absolutely. Luke Chapman, 2 Lukes in a row, has said the rose also appears in the club badges for 2 professional sports teams in the country. Northampton Town has the base of the back. I don't know what's that got. What? Who? Where? Why? When? Not sure what that's all about. EJ has said Man United. He thinks they're going to go to Man United. I love the thumbnail, by the way. Marinakis there. But listen, this is the transfer that is dominating the news, right? I mean, he's not bang average. I do think that people say come on, he's not bang average. He's a very good footballer. Whether or not he's a great finisher, we'll see. But he's not bang average. You don't have clubs fighting over a player like this if they're bang average. Come on, let's not do that. Man United are a sinking ship. Well, they're not. They're rising, aren't they? Cunha and Mbeumo, they're not sinking. That's the problem. They're buying well. They're buying well. Big up to Casino Nick, who sent in a super sticker after my show had finished. Thank you very much, my man. Said, in my 55 years experience, top priority is a goal scorer, number 9, then a 10. That's all that concerns me at this moment. I'll worry about signings after the above has been done. I agree. If we're talking Tottenham, I completely agree with you. Mustafa said, Cunha and Mbeumo SESKO, we've revamped our attack. I agree. I think a lot of people are doing that thing again. I hear this all the time. So-and-so are finished. I heard a year and a half ago, Liverpool are done. Just won a league title. Chelsea are done. Just won the Conference League, the World Club Cup, spending money. I just think fans are very... they want to, they're rubbish, shit, rubbish, dead player. It's like, it's too quick. Too quick. Too quick. Palace apparently rejected Liverpool. We'll get to that story in a minute. I don't think you need to be an expert, though, Chloe. To be honest, I don't think anyone needs to be an expert. You've got to weigh up, haven't you? If you lose Mark Guehi on a free, how pissed off are you going to be? Like, you know what I mean? As a football club as well. It is what it is. Savva, do you think we'll make a signing for the Burnley game? I have no idea. It's 11 days away. Spurs moving like Spurs move. We talk a great game, don't we? We talk a great game, Spurs. Big stadium, big concerts. We're a big club and our fans are the best. And in reality, are we? In reality, are we a big club? We don't do anything in the transfer markets. I mean, we've done the bare minimum, haven't we? We've signed a player in midfield on loan and a right winger. We've done the bare minimum. Look, let's move on. Let's have another look. Let's have a look at a different story. If we scroll, let's scroll. This is Romano at the moment. So let's see. The agreement between Wilf and Ndidi and Besiktas on personal terms almost done. Besiktas are waiting for Ndidi to clarify exit details with Leicester City in order to get the deal done. And I also saw this afternoon that Valencia have had a bid rejected. So I don't know if that means the deal's done. But let's go a bit further forward. There we go. This is the news that's gutting for me. I really like this lad. For anyone that's not seen him play, watch out for him. This boy's going to be a top footballer. And I think in the next few years, will move somewhere bigger. I can't believe I'm saying this. For a bigger fee. Sorry, we'll move to a bigger club than AC Milan. I truly believe that. By the way, I'm just going to step away from there for 1 second. We'll come back to that because I believe that Ben Jacobs has just said something about Tottenham. Everyone's saying to me, go to Ben Jacobs, go to Ben Jacobs. Let's have a look. Ben Jacobs has said 6 minutes ago, Los Angeles FC will pay a new MLS record transfer fee to sign Son. Heung-min Son from Spurs in the region of $27 million. Deal eclipses the current record of $22 million paid by Atalanta for Emmanuel Lati-Laf. Son en route to LA now. medical to take place after his arrival. Let's just have a look, shall we, and see. $27 million in pounds.
27 million euros.
No. $27 million in pounds. Never does it. Never ever does it. Never. For some reason, my never ever want to do it. But listen, there we go. Let me know your thoughts in the chat. 27. Hang on, I've got to find out now. I feel $27 million in GBP. Right. So as of today, come on, you can do this quicker. Is 20 million pounds. 20 million pounds is going to be the fee for Son. 20 million. I'm guessing there's going to be some Spurs fans in here. Let me know your thoughts. 20 million. Is it enough? Is it a good price for a 33-year-old with 1 year left on his contract? Are we thinking that money's now going to be pushed straight back in? Is it? I mean, it's Daniel Levy. Is it going to be pushed straight back in? I don't know. By the way, on Sky Sports right now, they're doing outgoing sales this window, and Tottenham are nowhere on the list. Absolutely nowhere on the list with outgoing sales. Absolutely shocking. Let's go back to Romano and see where we were. Where were we? We weren't there. We were Arden Jashari, right? We were at Arden Jashari. Here we go for Arden Jashari. God knows why I just pressed that button. I'm having a mare, aren't I? So Arden Jashari should be this one, right? There we go. Arden Jashari, here we go. AC Milan have now, as I said, sold Reinders to Man City, and they've bought in Richie. They've bought in Luka Modric on a free, and they've bought in Arden Jashari for 39 million euros. So what about 34 million pounds? This boy, 22 years of age, this is a very, very good footballer. Let me know your thoughts, because for me, I think this is a very, very good footballer. And I expect to hear good things about him. Alex, who like neither at this stage. No, I think we need better than both. Well, but again, you're doing this thing with a laughing face at the end. But right now, this isn't Milan. Right now, this isn't AC Milan of old. This isn't AC Milan of old. All right. So they don't win major things. They don't sign the top players anymore. They don't have the money. I think they'll move this. This guy will move on quickly. I think lots of people will come in very, very shortly. I mean, give it 2 years. I think he's a really top player. I think it's a really, really top player. So let me know your thoughts on Arden Jashari. Then we move on. Florian Thauvin, didn't he used to play for, I want to say Newcastle. So RC Lens agreed deal to sign Florian Thauvin from Udinese on 3-year contract, set for travels after verbal agreement on a €6 million transfer fee. So Florian Thauvin, you once at the Premier League. This is the one. Erdon Zagrova and Olympique Marseille. So it looks like Marseille are going to buy Erdon Zagrova. And you know, when you sit there and you think to yourself, I take this guy. He's currently at Lille, right? And it looks like Marseille are going to take him. Let me know in the chat. Who's watched him? Who's watched Zagrova play? For me, this is a really, really good player who I think walks into Spurs' team. I think he moonwalks into Spurs' team. Phil, I don't have that. I can't have that attitude. I can't have that. That for me, that's completely. This is why we're not a top club. Not what will be. Not resigning to the fact. No, we need signings. I'm not doing this. No. Sorry, mate. I'm not doing that. Richie and Jashari are the same profile, but Allegri loves his defensive midfielders, hence why they've moved for both. And Modric, yeah, but I mean, Jashari's not a DM, so I don't agree with that at all. I think Jashari's got so much to his game. I don't think he's a DM at all. Richie, yes. Jashari, no. So I completely disagree with you, Alex, on that. I completely disagree that they're the same profile. I think Jashari's got much more to his game as a box-to-box, getting forward, scoring goals, creating. Richie, for me, a very good number 6 type. And then we all know about Luka Modric. Let me know, Zagrova. This one got me. I'm looking at players like this and thinking to myself, surely Tottenham could look at a player like this from a selfish Spurs point of view. I'm looking at players like this. I'm looking at players like Igor Paschal, and I'm thinking, where are our scouts? Why aren't we in for any of these players? Why? Come on, Spurs. Going back to, don't worry, we'll look at the other people after Romano. But here you go. More on this. Man United are again in direct contact with Leipzig to discuss the details of the formal €85 million bid sent for SESKO. Newcastle want a final answer ASAP from the club and the player, but United internally feel they have SESKO's preference. No official decision yet. This guy's this guy's enjoying his week, right? This guy's sitting there going, whoa, isn't he? He's sitting there going, do I go there? Do I go here? I'm sure they're both going to pay him a hefty salary. And RB Leipzig are getting paid. Either way, RB Leipzig are getting paid. So, listen, I'm not getting paid in likes. There are 515 of you in here and 136 likes. Right now, can we get that to 200? Minimum, right now. Can we just smash that little button? It really does help. It really, really does help. Someone's in the chat said, change the title. Why have I changed the title? Why would I change the title? That's all. I just asked a question. Let's have a look up here. Who we got here? Oh, Greek side. PAOK have sent an official bid to Cruz Azul for Giacomakis. Sorry. Talks are underway. Can't tell you too much about that one, I'm afraid. I don't really know. Vitor Reis, not with Man City squad today, as he's on the verge of joining Girona on loan. I think that's really good for the young lad. Obviously, Man City bought him in the last window, getting him straight out on loan to a top Spanish side that play good football, like Man City. For me, very, very sensible signing indeed. So I'm just checking. People are sending me information all the time. Who's this? That can't be right. That can't be right. No, sorry, I'm just that. That can't be right. So Vitor Reis, let me know what you think. I know, speaking to Man City fans, that the club have got high hopes for him. But going on loan, and I'm guessing, Man City have got a plethora of players. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. Let me just have a quick look at the super chats. Big up to Gary Turner, who has said, surely Grealish is a no-brainer World Cup. Yeah, look, we'll talk about Grealish in a bit, but I think, Gary, for anyone that's watched me, I think they know that my stance on Jack Grealish it is a no-brainer. I cannot understand any Spurs fans are looking at our squad and saying, no, he doesn't get in our team. So for me, absolutely, mate, the fact that it's a World Cup year as well, I really think it adds another dimension to this conversation. Come here, do your best, get back in that England squad, be one of our main man. We'll see. We'll see. Big up, Gary. Really appreciate you. Casino Nick, very generous as well. Thank you very much. I said 20 million for a 33-year-old with 1 year left on his contract. Is that my front door? No, that's my back door. No. Okay, that's cool. 20 million for a 33-year-old with 1 year left on his contract. Superb business. Yeah, listen, for me, I just think we had to make sure that we didn't lose him for nothing. I think that would have been terrible. At least we've got some funds, £20 million in the back pocket. And hopefully that can go towards this transfer kitty that apparently is buying no one at the moment. And unlike Phil Coys, no, I will not sit there and say, it is what it is. No. No, what it is. Big up. And then again, this is where I do struggle with people that say childish things. Man United are trash. Watch next season. And Buemo, SESKO, Vigos and Cunha will look like League Two players. I mean, I'm disappointed I even brought that up. It's such a childish thing to say. They have three very, very good players. Three very, very good players that change the dynamic at Man United. Come on. Let's not be silly. Now, let's really not be silly. Let's move away from Vitor Reis. This one. Have you all seen his haircut, by the way? Darwin Núñez. He's been scoring a few in pre-season as well, hasn't he? Al Hilal have presented official proposal to Darwin Núñez in terms of contract details, salary. After project presented, as revealed in the last 48 hours, contract terms being discussed. Now, this has been going on for ages, hasn't it? This has been going on for ages. Darwin Núñez obviously bought for a lot of money. Everyone knows my feelings on him. I think he'd be superb if he could finish. Everything about him, works hard, strong, good link-up play, good in the air, runs the channels. Just get that boy in front of goal and he struggles, doesn't he? However, never mind my feelings. But will Al Hilal wrap up a deal for Darwin Núñez anytime soon? Will they wrap up a deal? I suppose Liverpool will want the money. Ekatike coming in. They're trying to get Isak. Wirtz came in. Frimpong, Kirkes. If they're trying to get maybe Mark Guehi as well. Let's see. Let's see whether or not Darwin Núñez does get that move. Good afternoon, Drula. Good afternoon to you. I hope you're well, my friend. Where are we? Carlson said, I think Spurs will end up with one more signing on deadline day, and that will be a Grealish loan. I think if we do that, that's an utter shambolic transfer window. 2 loan players and 1 first teamer for the foreseeable future. Hey, that's just me. Tyler said, Man City and Chelsea loan their players to decent clubs. We loan ours to championship fodder or less. And I think that goes to show the level of the players. And that's why I always disagree with Lubo and the likes. Everyone going, I can't believe these young players aren't staying. Can't believe these young players aren't staying. They're not good enough. That's simple. Big up, Alex. Big up. Say thoughts of Gutierrez to Napoli. Yes. That probably won't appear on today's show unless it's in this news cycle. But yes, absolutely. I like him as a player. I think there's a lot of good players out there that we could have bought. But I've got a feeling they're going to see Jed Spence as the left back competitive with both Porro and Udogie. And as I said earlier, Alex, I feel like Jed Spence is almost a get out of jail free card for the club needing both a good right back and left back replacement because he does both. It's almost a get out of jail free card. Keep hearing they're in for him. I haven't seen anything concrete. And absolutely not. No. Right now in the chat, nearly 600 of you in here. Although you wouldn't think it from the likes, you tight gets only 184. Dele Alli, 12-month deal. Not for me. Not for me. I think we've got to stop looking backwards. I think we've got to stop looking backwards. Let me do a couple more. Comments in the section. I always try to get comments into my shows. I think you all know that, and then we'll go back to see what Fabrizio Romano has said. Savva, 3 realistic signings you want to see through the door by the end of the window. Let's go. As I've said to you, Wissa, Calamawundo, Grealish, Elliott. Who else? God, why's my mind gone blank? So Vissa, Calamawundo, Harvey Elliott, Jack Grealish. I think Eze is probably the pipe dream. There you go. There's 4. We have no time to get anyone that will go in the first team because of the Spursy way we go about transfers. It's a shambles. It's a true shambles at Spurs. But let's not Let's not worry about it right now. Bobby Andrews, he's not, I can't, oh, sorry, Mark. Sorry, that's not for me. Bobby Andrews said, did someone just write, is Dele Alli worth a punt? They did. They did indeed ask if Dele Alli is worth a punt. Madness. Yeah, not for me. Not for me. Yeah, I did see this. That Tottenham are keeping tabs on Kim Min-jae with possible late move. I don't get it. If you want him, get him. Why the late move? If you want him, get him. But Alex, this is the point. Again, please, can we bigger picture? In 12 months, a lot happens. Two of these might have massive injuries. One or two of them might have no form at all. Grealish could get into great form. We're talking about 12 months. It's a long time. It's a lot. Alex, you don't have to just say the opposite to me every time I say something, you know. You don't have to be that guy. No, Reese, it is childish to say that SESKO, Cunha and Mbuemo are going to look like League Two players. That's just ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. It's madness. Come on. Listen, I think Man U are going to have a much better season this year. Look at that strike force. Imagine they get SESKO and look at that front three. Come on. Reese, you just say it's two different ends of the pendulum for you. Everyone's amazing or they're shit. And I don't know, I'm just not that childish. I think you could say, look, underwhelmed, but when you go, League Two players, I just find it really silly, my man. I find it really silly. Let's go back to Romano. Let's see what's happening. There we go. Basel approach Inter to ask for Thomas Palacios on a season-long loan. Discussions ongoing as Palacios has multiple options, but Basel are pushing. So it looks like Palacios either way is going to leave Inter Milan. And then this one, it's quite interesting, isn't it? Newcastle United. So they're bidding for a lot of players, Newcastle. Romano understands that Newcastle are set to approach AC Milan for Malik Thiaw. Talks will follow as Thiaw is already an important player for Max Allegri after Como deal off in July. Newcastle United will try to open discussions over price soon. You've got to give it to Newcastle. They are pushing and trying for these players. I can't knock them for that. I really can't knock them for what they're trying to do in this transfer market. I can knock you lot, though, for not smashing the like button. We're getting really bad in this channel on that. It seems like the more subs and viewers I get, the less likes we get. Come on, guys, let's smash that like button and show some love. Delhi as a 10 would do a job for him. I can't take that seriously. Mark, thank you for bringing some sanity. No, Delhi wouldn't get into that's the problem. I think all these people talking about Dele Alli now, I think when you start seeing people getting silly. Dele Alli, his career's gone, isn't it? His career's absolutely gone. And then, as I said, right on cue, you get the trolls. As I said, Mappin, he trolls, doesn't he, every day? He just says dumb stuff, and he's back saying, well, I would take Delhi. Reese, you can see it, can't you? These trolls is just it's just too much. It's just too much, isn't it? Rakesh has said, our squad is not that good, people just don't get it. But I would take Núñez. Would you? Spurs? No, he's going to cost like 60, 70 million pounds. No, he doesn't score enough goals. I like him as a player, but he doesn't score enough goals. And quite simply, we've got strikers that don't score enough goals in abundance. Hang on, let's see. That's an interesting one, but we'll get to Plettenberg in a minute. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's an interesting one. That's an interesting one. Darwin Núñez to Spurs. Listen, not a good enough goal scorer. Good player, not good enough goal scorer. Absolutely, Scott. Honestly, our fan base are just such hard work, aren't they? Just such hard work. Imagine wanting Dele Alli back. I mean, look, and again, Reece, for 12 million, he can do a bit off the bench. Who's 12 million? And if Frank is this magician like Coach like Coach that Savva keeps rooting about, and I don't see why not. Who are you talking about? If you're stop, Reese. Any more silly comments? I'm gonna block you forever. To be honest, you're now being silly. Absolutely this. Blue pilled normie. I love the name. You fans are funny. You're rubbish, Grealish and Elliott, but beg for Ali. You couldn't hack it a Como. Honestly, our fans are mad. But this isn't true, is it? This isn't true. Stop mapping. Stop. This is what. Stop. You listen. Please, mapping. I'm going to ask you nicely. If you keep coming in here and being dumb, I'm going to get rid of you. There are football opinions, and then there are people like you that just say the opposite to me. I could sit here and say it's Tuesday. You're going to find a way to tell me it's Friday. You're just getting silly. Big up to Kobe. Said, wow, big up Savva for this channel. I remember when it was smaller and you were grinding and working hard to build, and now it's grown so much. I'm a Man United fan, but I like your content. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. And trust me, the grind is still going. The grind is more than ever. And thank you to everybody who has liked in this show and subbed. If you haven't already subbed, by the way, the likes are atrocious. 220 likes, 620 people. If you haven't subbed, I'm going to put the link. Oh, no. Oh, dear. What's going on there, Savva? What have you done? Hang on. Bear with me 1 second. 1 second. There we go. I'm going to put the link in the chat. If anyone hasn't subbed, please do. It really does help the channel grow. And listen, I am trying my best to give you different variation of shows. I'm trying to get to as many comments as possible. So please share the love. I've just put the pin in the chat. We should be able to get at least another 10 out of the 640 people that are inside. Big up to absolutely Lee. No, yeah. No, absolutely. We're not looking at Dele Alli. Let's have a look. Douglas Luiz looks, I thought the last time I saw that he was going to Nottingham Forest, Douglas Luiz. But we'll see. I mean, yeah, it's not going to happen. We've just signed Matisse Tell. Let's go back to, actually, let me just go to Scott quickly. He says, Alex, I know many have fond memories, but it's done. I think League One. Yeah, I agreed. I've got no idea how anyone is looking at Dele Alli in the last 4 or 5 years and saying, I want him at Tottenham. Then they want to have a go at Daniel Levy for not acting like a big club. I think it's just absolutely madness. Too many trolls on the internet. Mapping is getting a timeout because he's just now being an idiot. So he's got a timeout. Was it ridiculous saying Maguire would look like League Two? Well, Harry Maguire didn't look like League Two. What about Sanchez? Didn't look like League Two. Neither did Martial. I'm exaggerating when I say League Two, but I can't see Man United doing bits for another 5 years. Again, it's just a throwaway comment, Reese. Every one of your comments is hyperbolic, Reese. Look at how hyperbolic your comments are. Yeah, but again, look, I want to take the risk on Dele. Honestly, Reese, please go to another channel. Please don't watch me anymore. I've tried over the years to make this a place for adults with proper football discussion, and then I just get trolls like you all day, every day. It's just such hard work. Daniela said, Savva, are you concerned that because of your situation that you now need players that other teams will now hike their price up? No, I hear this every window. Players will be sold if clubs get the right money for them. That's the way to football. That's the way it works. The transfer window's open. I don't buy into that. Okay, the one and only can go. I mean, I don't use Y Scout, but the one and only can go. Oh, God, we've got some idiots in here today, haven't we? Honestly, I reckon the government or all the governments should test people's intellect before allowing them use of the internet. It's absolutely mad. Absolutely mad. Big up to Mika Johnson, who said, Football Heritage TV. Big up, Sav. Big up to you. 5 players to watch out in the Prem next season. Mine is Ndai, Doku, Cherky, Wirtz, and Esteval. Oh my God. I mean, you're not giving me really any time to think about that. Let me give me a few minutes. I'll come back to this. Right. Who we got? Big up to Chop Cheese. I said, I had food in my hand, Savva. Just smash the like for you. Everybody get those likes up. Absolutely. Thank you very much, Chop Cheese. Really appreciate that. And thank you to the 2 people that just subscribed. Archer said, Savva, I usually tend to have similar opinions to you, but don't you think it's a bit disingenuous to label a video Levy wins the fans over on the overlap? If you look, Archer, don't you think it's a bit disingenuous for you to not understand what a question mark is? Hey, don't you think it's a bit disingenuous? Right? Look, Archer, people have come off the back of that. Loads are annoyed. Loads loved it. It is what it is. I mean, come on. Look how clickbait people are out there. I'm not clickbait. I honestly, sometimes I just want to chuck YouTube in. The level of stupidity is just killing me. Matt Harbour said, Savva, why are we not going in for a SESKO? Eze, Wissa, mate, your guess is as good as mine. Your guess is as good as mine, mate. It's just poor, isn't it? It's a very poor transfer window right now, and Spurs need to pull their finger out. Let's go back to Romano. What else has been said? Hoffenheim have agreed a deal for 21-year-old David Mokwa. I don't know him. I really don't know him, so I can't say anything. Feyenoord confirmed talent Matteo Malasoma joins from Napoli on a free deal. Don't know anything about him either. Zagrova, more about that. And let's just double check and see if anything else has been said by Romano since. No. So let's go and have a look, shall we, at Florian Plettenberg. So Florian Plettenberg has said this. He has said, so his take on the deal was, understand that Benjamin Šeško and his camp have reached full verbal agreements with both United and Newcastle over a long-term contract. Final details were settled yesterday. It now mainly depends on which club also reaches an agreement with RB. Decisive hours ahead. Here we go. This is an interesting one. I remember watching this lad at the World Cup, thinking that he was a very good player, Doan. Negotiations between Frankfurt and Freiburg over Ritsu Doan are entering decisive stage. However, there have been no breakthrough yet. An agreement is expected within the next 48 hours. Doan will cost at least 20 million euros as a fixed fee. I think there's a little bit more to that where he says a verbal agreement with Frankfurt until 2030 is already in place. So again, all those people that think it goes club to club first, it doesn't. It goes player to club. And there you go. Scott, absolutely, man. I was going to say this and then I stopped. I was going to say this earlier. Absolutely. Imagine sitting there going, don't want Harvey Elliott, but I'd take a risk on Dele Alli. Why? If Dele Alli hadn't have played for Spurs and we were looking at his last 4 years in his career, everyone would be going, why on earth are we in for that guy? Honestly, you do have to love our fan base. We are really silly. I think we are really, really silly. So twerking for rivals. I don't know who I've twerked for. Okay, big up to you. Well done. Another troll. Oh, we're getting them all in today, aren't we, people? Savva twerking. Which rival am I twerking for? Imagine being a grown-up on the internet and saying twerking. Big up, Mike Zappa. Thank you. A grown-up at last. Good afternoon, Savva. Good afternoon, Mike. I can't believe these Delhi comments. We already have plenty out of form players. Delhi would just add depth to the bin. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I can't believe there are real fans that want him. I think the fans that don't want him aren't real fans. Radar said, annoyed that we didn't even attempt to sign Xavi Simons. Mate, for all you know, we might have gone to Xavi Simons' camp and we might have been told, nah, he wants Chelsea. Got to remember this, right? When you're saying we didn't go for him, we don't know if the conversations happened with the agent. Listen, as I've said before, we're not going to compete with Chelsea. We're not going to compete with Chelsea. It is what it is. Let's have a look. Absolutely. Again, Scott, if United get SESKO, they could have an attack of Cunha, SESKO and Buemo with Fernandes behind them. Any Spurs fan mocking that or pretending we wouldn't take it all day long are liars or trolls. Bang on. Bang on. Imagine. Bang on. Tony, I have no idea. I have Googled it. I've asked GPT. Oh my God, I cannot get rid of it. I don't know why. I genuinely don't know why. Actually, Savva, you're concerned about... I'm not concerned about fans wanting Ali. I think they're trolling. If I'm not wrong, I believe one of your guests wanted Tanganga. I don't remember any of my fans saying, any of my guests saying they wanted Tanganga. I feel like this is made up. Oh, I'll tell you what, have we found the funny hour? Is the funny hour between 5 p.m. and 6 p.m. when all the loonies come out of the loony bin? It's just madness, isn't it? Absolutely madness. Big up C-Max. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Paulinho playing in that role. Absolutely. Yeah, listen, you've got to love it though, right? Like, and I get it. It's part of the YouTube game. But what I am doing here is exposing just how dumb the world has got. My mum said to me, right before she passed away, not on her deathbed or anything, I mean like years before she passed away, she was like, the world is getting stupider and stupider. Just the world is getting more and more stupid as the days go by. But hey, you know, it is what it is. We'll see. Yeah, listen, I don't mess about. If people want to be trolls, I will call them out. Shanali, big up to you, has said, in all honesty, I doubt we'll be happy at the end of the transfer window under the current leadership. The truth is we never get the established players to inject right into the first team. Well, I think the frustrating thing is that we've started to, like, one was a signing, one was a loan in terms of Paulinho as the loan and Kudus as the signing. You know, when you think, kick on, let's go. Yeah. Just go. And big up. Yeah, exactly, Chinwag Spurs. I'm one of the YouTubers that don't do the clickbait videos. I don't do the clickbait chat. I don't do the clickbait thumbnails. And then I got people going, oh, it's a bit disingenuous. Shall I do thumbnails like that? Unbelievable. Honestly. Let's see what Plettenberg said as we move down a bit. Nottingham Forest in the market again, apparently. Forest have added RB Salzburg midfielder and captain Mads Bidstrup to the top of their shortlist. The 24-year-old central midfielder is under contract until 2028. So let's see what they do with that one. Mads Bidstrup. Anyone know too much about him? Can't say I've seen him in passing, but can't say off the top of my head if I have. Don't want to lie and be that guy. There's the news that we knew about Arden Jashari. Where are we? Look at that. Vladimir Kukval has already completed the first part of his medical. There he is. Vladimir Kukval is joining Hoffenheim. Obviously, the free agent after he left West Ham. What we got going on here? Breakthrough, Bacone and Palermo. Let's move away from Plettenberg. Let's have a look and see what Ornstein has said, shall we? We know when Ornstein speaks, it's normally the truth. Let's have a look what Ornstein said, see if there's anything different. Obviously, the news about Benjamin Šeško, but this is the interesting one. Tyler Dibling. Tyler Dibling. Now, again, this is another kid who's done nothing in football that people want to pay massive money for. Massive money for this guy. Southampton make counter bid to Everton after the latest Tyler Dibling offer. Saints rejected 40 million and came back at 45 million plus 5 million. Easily achievable add-ons plus a 25% sell-on. No plans to reduce the price, and Everton are considering other targets. Let's talk about this, guys and girls. Why do you get so defensive in football? You clearly put that as a title to generate clicks and views, and then added it. So it's not Jesus Christ. I've no idea. I have no idea. Can all the loony bins please leave? Can all the dickheads like this please leave? I've got no time. I've got no time on this channel for children. It's not a clickbait. It's not a generating click. It's literally, has Levy won over fans from his thing? Because otherwise, why do it? Why do the PR stunt? Think about it. Think about it, please. What do we make of this? Tyler Dibling, Everton, being quoted at 45 million plus, so being quoted at 50 million pounds for Tyler Dibling, who's done the square root of nothing in his career. Why? Why would anyone pay that? Crazy. Crazy. As I come to that, yeah, Phil, United will be a handful with Mbuemo, Cunha and SESKO. That's what we should be striving for. Aren't we the ones with Champions League? This is why it's unbearable at the moment, at this stage. Listen, Phil, absolutely. There's a lot of people, I think, with copium. And listen, how many times have we talked about copium, right? There's a lot of people with copium because right now, if any Spurs fan is looking at Man United signing that front three and saying that they're not good, it's truly, truly copium. We would swap our front three for that front three in a heartbeat, wouldn't we? Let me know your thoughts on Tyler Dibling as I scroll down some of your comments. I don't understand the hate Elliot gets from us. He's been silly in the past, but best player in the Euros squad this summer would be a great pickup. Keep Dali Ali away. Listen, this boy is a quality footballer. This boy is a quality footballer. And for some reason, we got fans that just do not want him. It is what it is. Big up, Jack. Listen, I know. Listen, if teenagers don't troll, then adults shouldn't either. Mate, listen, I don't know if he said that or not. I know a lot of things are said that aren't true. But hey, it is what it is. Savva, I'm not going to read that out. That's such a silly thing. That mapping can go straight back into timeout. He's come back. I tell you what, mapping, you got to learn your lesson. Stop coming in here and saying the same thing. Cat Fun said, whatever people think of Levy, he is a shrewd businessman, and I believe we will see some more action in the next 3 weeks. Listen, sure. I don't necessarily disagree with you. But he's got to show it. He's got to show it right now. Let's just check, see if I'm missing any more massive before we go. Oh, that's an interesting one, isn't it? There we go. There's another one. Nicholas Jackson, increasingly likely to lead Chelsea. Suitors in the Premier League and abroad considering 24-year-old if they do not land a top target. Lose existing player or alongside current option. Chelsea sales completed, agreed at 200 million plus with 150 million more expected. Chelsea, they're just a phenomenon when it comes to selling players. And I'm so jealous. So jealous. Neto has agreed, and not Pedro Neto, but Neto is going to join, the 36-year-old goalkeeper is going to join Botafogo. Oh, thanks, Stanley, for licking my foot. Thank you very much. That's lovely. Let's come away from those now. I think we've got a lot of transfer subjects there to talk about. Lots of comments in the chat. Nicholas Jackson, where's he going to end up? Newcastle? Villa? Where's he going to go? Why doesn't Levy go? What? Daniel Levy's going to put in a bid of 75 million plus 10. Not going to happen. Big up Chloe. So the amount of stupid people around is astounding. Genuinely don't know how these people manage to get through a day unscathed. Chloe, I think I can say this to you as we're friends away from YouTube as well. Fuck me, right? Like, fuck me, these people are dumb, aren't they? It's almost like they see someone's live, Chloe, like me. They see I'm live and think, what's the dumbest thing I can type? Honestly, when I see people saying things like, just go and buy Josh Kimmich, and I think, God, you're dumb. Like, God, stop. Just stop. Lee's a very busy man. It's hard to get his time. But yeah, listen, I'm sure we will do something in the season. But listen, there's a lot of streams that I do, a lot of streams that Lee does. We're busy people. Where are we? Who said they hope Forest go down? Raider, I'm with you. Chloe, I second that or third that because you seconded it. Yeah, let's hope they do. The multi-channel has said Mourinho captain at Porto when they won the Champions League. Jorge Costa died of a cardiac arrest at Porto today. Oh, wow. Did he? Oh, no, I remember him playing. Oh, that's horrible news. That's really horrible news. 53 as well. That's really, yeah, Jorge Costa, 53, dies after training ground tragedy. Porto's director of football. Wow, I remember him playing, yeah. I remember because even when he played, he looked really old, didn't he? Like, do you remember? Oh, wow. Rest in peace. Rest in peace to Jorgi Costa. That's terrible news. Puts it all in perspective, doesn't it? No, let's move on. Would I take Gakpo if available? I reckon I'd take Gakpo. I don't reckon Gakpo would take Spurs. Yes, of course. Gakpo's a wonderful player who would be better than anything we've got. So, yeah, absolutely. Warren, Paul Williams said, out of nowhere, United could have a decent front three, Savva. Don't let the haters get you. Listen, I just like putting them in their place. Listen, Warren, the worrying thing is it's not a decent front three. It's a very good front three. They've just added a lot of goals and a lot of assists. Crazy. Oh, for sure. I don't doubt it, my man. I don't doubt it. I just find it hilarious how these people get through the day. By the way, we've had 5-6 new subscribers. I reckon we can get another 5 or 6 more. Smash that button, people. The link is pinned. Let's have a look at the poll. And let's also see how many likes we've got. Oh, 297. We should be on 400 people. There's 700 of you in here. Come on, we're not even 50% at the moment. Let me do a couple of super chats while you lot smash that like button. Casino Nick, again, very generous. Very generous Casino Nick. I said, I'll sum up Levy. Decades of mediocre quantity when top clubs are always buying quality. I don't disagree. I don't disagree with you in any shape or form. I don't disagree with you. Thank you very much, Nick. That's you've been very generous today, my man. Thank you very much. John B. Ginger said, Eze Nguyi for 117 million and Luka Vuskovic season-long loan to sweeten the deal. Win-win for both clubs. Mate, I listen, I'd love to see Spurs do that type of business. I genuinely don't think we've got the appetite, my man. I genuinely don't think we've got the appetite to do this sort of business. Wouldn't it be lovely to wake up and see that Spurs have a double raid on Palace? Offer them something they can't refuse. Go to them and say, 110 million. Oh, sorry, Stanley's just got something on his face. It's like having a baby when you've got a puppy. 110 million. Boom. Put it down. Thank you. We just don't do it. I'm afraid we just don't do it. And it's very sad that we don't do it. But hey, it is what it is. Big up John B. Ginger. I really appreciate you. Big up to, I think this is MUFC, isn't it? Yes. I think this is MUFC. Why do you get so much hate? I don't understand it. I don't understand why these people watch you. I don't like Love Island. I don't watch it. Oh, mate, I think it's because they know I'll respond, which is probably my fault. But agreed, Love Island, got no time for it. Perchy watches it. Got to have words with Perchy, haven't I, about that? Big up to you, MUFC. Really appreciate that. Jordan coming in, very generous. Again, thank you very much, Jordan. Said, Tell and Odegaard have 3 Premier League goals between them. Solanke and Richie are sick notes. Son has left and Maddison and Kula are out. We are in no position to find negatives in players like Vissa and Grealish. Bang on the money. Bang on the money. Let's start chanting that. This is what I do not get. I do not get it. Like you say, I look at the number of goals and assists across this team and I think to myself, how are we turning down these players? But it is what it is, my man. Thank you very much. You lot have been super, super generous to me today. Thank you, Jordan, so much. Craig Scott, DJ General Tracks, said too much money for a kid who has shown nothing. Look, again, Tyler Dibling is one of those you watch and you go, okay, there's something about you. There's a bit of promise. You can dribble well. But, I mean, when we're talking about 50 million, like, are we literally saying here now that all you've got to do is be a footballer and you're worth 50 million? It just seems crazy. Dibling, 20 million max. Well, listen, I mean, Southampton, I get it. I get what they're doing. They want their money, but it's way too much. Don't even say it. It feels like this is something we will do, Ronnie, doesn't it? It feels like something we will do. And big up to the 2 new people that have subscribed. We are getting close to 20,600, so please press that button. And thank you to everyone who smashed the likes. We should have 400. We've only got 316. Kate, you and I both, mate. You and I both. We do not need more kids, do we? Yeah. Alex said, honestly, better for Dibling's career to rip it up in the championship for a season now before making a move. I can't agree more. Stay at Southampton. If Alex, let's be honest, if he's worth 50 million, if Everton think he's worth 50 million, he should absolutely rip apart the championship, shouldn't he? If he's worth that money, he should go there. He should stay at Southampton, score loads of goals, get loads of assists, and be the championship player and young player of the year. That's what he should do. Agreed. I just think these prices are just going nuts, aren't they? These prices are going nuts. And agreed. This is the even more mad thing. In January, I saw YouTubers going, Dibling perfect for Spurs. And at 100 million. Yep, same with Evan Ferguson. Yeah, too many players. Again, we're in this generation, aren't we? People see a footballer have a couple of good games or a good month and they go, God, he's 100 million. He's 80 million. Oh my God. I mean, SESKO and Solanke are not on the same level. They're not on the same level at all. I mean, listen, I think now I can always tell when someone's starting to troll. Big up, Talk and Ball. How you doing, man? Hope you're well. Feel free to plug your channel and stuff in here if you want to. I'll tell you what, I'll make you a mod. How's that? I'll make you a mod. Foxy. It's a good business for Southampton getting that type of price. Fantastic youth setup. Well, at the moment, they're not getting that price. That's the problem. Cue Daniel Levy. To go in and go 50 million. Yeah. Just it's the sort of thing we would do. Again, he's done nothing. He's just done nothing. Yeah. Again, listen, Spurs fan, honestly, we're the gift that keep giving. Yeah, Harvey Elliott's rubbish. Every other young player should get minutes. It's brilliant. I do love our fan base. Craig Scott. Can't understand why people don't want Grealish. We have a Brazilian that can only do a chicken dance and a winger so raw that bottles it when it comes to scoring. Completely agree. Archer said, look, it was just a leading headline. Okay, so yes, Sean is clickbait and I hate that. You don't do that. It was the first time I've ever actually commented. No, listen, you disagree with me, sure, Archer, but not on my thumbnails. I never, my thumbnails and titles are never, ever clickbait. Look, I've asked today, Newcastle, favourites for SESKO, question mark. That's all I asked. At the time of writing this show, by the way, Man United hadn't put in a bid. So it's all good. I pride myself on not being that guy. That's the thing. I pride myself on not being clickbait. I don't agree with it. I find it all a little bit cringy. But hey, each to their own. Ruben has said, I guess this is about Chelsea. Said, not hard when they can spend billions through sending youngsters to their investors for 6.5 million who played no professional minutes. Either way, a lot of players they're selling that they didn't do that with as well. Look what they've just done with Keenan Dewsbury Hall. Right? Look what they've done with Petrovic. Like, look what they've done. Loads of them they're doing it with. Bill, do you know what? I don't think Jackson's as bad as people make out. What I do think is he was never the main man, if you know what I mean. I think he came into Chelsea and I think he was kind of thrust into the main man role because they didn't get another striker. So we'll see. We're going to buy Jackson for 90 million. Oh, don't. It's the sort of shit we do, isn't it? It's the sort of stuff that Tottenham Hotspur do. Where are we? Yeah, Nathan, look, this is the question every window, isn't it? I mean, in regards to Tottenham, why haven't Spurs just gone and got their shortlisted players in? It begs the question, doesn't it? All these other clubs seem to be able to do it. And Tottenham just sitting here. I mean, I'm not going to count Sakai, £5 million, no one's heard of. He could be brilliant. He could be rubbish. I don't know. But one loan player from Bayern and a signing from West Ham who are desperate for money. I don't know. Clivert. I like Clivert. Look, I don't know. I think we can do better. I like him. I'd take him. I think he's better than what we've got. I do think there are better players out there. Hey, Oh, that's a horrible thing to say. That's a horrible thing to say. Come on, man. Come on, dude. Niall, come on. Let's be better than that. He's just passed away. Come on. Can we not make jokes about people passing away? It's very distasteful. Foxy said, really sad news. That is absolutely very underrated player. Costa was. He used to play for Charlton on loan. He did indeed. He did indeed play for Charlton on loan. Absolutely, Ruben. Absolutely. We've lost 67 goals and assists in Madison, Kulu and Son, and replaced him with Odegaard, Johnson and Solanke. Yep, it is what it is. It's what we do. Big up to the at Cowboy Spurs. My comment at 6:02 p.m. Never change your style. Your comment at 6:02 p.m. Let me have a look and we'll come back to that. 6:02 p.m. What did you say? Is that literally what you said? Cowboy Spurs? I can't see it. Can't see it, my man. Sorry, dude, I can't see a comment from you at 6:02 p.m. But listen, I'll never change. I'll never change. Listen, I won't change my style. Do you know what? I believe I'm my own worst enemy, Cowboy Spurs. And I'll tell you why. And thank you very much for the super chat. I always said when I started YouTube, I didn't want to be like those YouTubers who don't show any attention to their chat unless it's a super chat. I've never wanted to be that guy. But because I interact with people take the piss a little bit. But hey, it is what it is. Where are we? Chloe has said, we don't want any unproven youth players from Spurs. We want established players who can make an instant impact. Even Crystal Palace fans don't want any more youngsters. Absolutely, Chloe. I hear you. I absolutely hear you. Thank you so much so far, everyone, for all the likes, the subscribers, and the super chats. Kiefer Moore has now signed for Wrexham. By the way, Kiefer Moore has signed for Wrexham. And big up to all those who have liked. We are nearly at 350 likes. So thank you very much. Listen, this guy, we talked about it. We've talked about it a lot. I would love him. I just don't think we're going to get him. If Man United get Donnarumma, do they have the best goalkeeper in the league? Donnarumma's a funny one. I always was a bit wary of him. But in the last year or so, I think he's kind of cut out the mistakes and looks a lot more solid. You possibly have one of the best. We'll see. Exactly. I said this all along. I can't imagine. Can you imagine negotiations between Daniel Levy and Parish? Good God. Can you imagine? Wow. Max said, I reckon we'll get an attacking mid who can also play left wing. Well, if we're going to do it, we need to do it quickly, don't we? We really, really need to do it quickly because at the moment, not a lot is happening. So there's been loads of transfer news in the world today and none of it involves Spurs apart from outgoing loans. We know that Hall went out on loan last night to Notts County. We know that Lancashire's gone to Oxford United. And we know that Donnelly is having a medical this afternoon, probably already done it, at Stoke City. Michael, his strength is his passing. His strength, if you actually, his strength is his passing, mate. So, yeah, I do agree. Thank you, Elliot. I try my best. I'll try my best. Oh, I'm putting Reece in a bit of a timeout. He's just asking stupid questions. Jack says, Savva, am I allowed mod like your last channel? Big up to you and ban the trolls. Yeah, we can sort that out. That's not a problem. Cold Shot says, Savva, do you think Brentford are going down? It feels like their fans think everything is okay, not knowing they sold the key factors that made them a good team. The set-piece coach will be sacked by December. Few people have been saying they think he'll be the first to get sacked. I hope not. I think it's a really good opportunity for Keith Andrews. I hope he does well. I like Brentford as a club. I hope not, but you never know, do you? Dave Jones has said, I've said this months ago, that our front three are not good enough for our campaign this season, knowing that Son will be leaving. We are now desperate to get better out there. Listen, I completely agree with you. Jackson reminds him of Núñez. Very hardworking. They get in great positions, but when they have time to think. Do you know what, Phil? Difference between natural goal scorers or not, isn't it? Natural goal scorers. If people have time to think and they mess it up, you're not a goal scorer, are you? I would love Morgan Rogers. Can't see it. Apparently, he's signing a new 5-year contract. And Aston Villa, I cannot see selling this man in any way, shape, or form. Savva is too old and too stubborn to change. Listen, I just don't think that the numpties of 2025 should be allowed to get away with what they get away with, Anthony. You know, I just hate that, you know, you go into some of these massive channels and their chat rooms are just disgusting. The chat rooms are just full of people, just everyone's so nasty to everyone else. Schick signed a new contract yesterday. You cannot think about that one. Yes, Billy. Young fish cost a fortune. Yep. And they did. Remember, they had, what was it? So it was Jorge Costa, Quentin Fortune. Was it Luke Young and was it Mark Fish? Was the other one? Yeah. I remember. I've always tried to interact with everyone. And some people just, unfortunately, you get people like Mappin and Reese who ruin it for everyone. And sometimes it takes 2 or 3 comments for me to realize that somebody's trolling. It's just a shame. I just wish everyone could just talk football. Angeball said, Grealish, what are we doing here? We need proven talent that is doing it now. I mean, again, look, you've got Spurs fans like this that don't think Jack Grealish is good enough for Spurs. Like, let that sink in. Chat, let that sink in. Spurs fans are looking at this squad and then poo-pooing the idea of Jack Grealish. I've said it before. It's very, very concerning. Well, I'm guessing the only club that's going to make a definitive bid for Eze is going to be the club that Eze says, yes, I'm going to join. Maybe that club haven't got the money yet. And I think that club is going to be Arsenal. Would I love that club to be Tottenham? Absolutely. I would love that club to be Tottenham Hotspur. Is it going to be Tottenham? I've got no idea. Josh, I wouldn't mind taking Lookman. Think he would add something to the front three we're missing. I'd love Lookman. I think he's a very good player. I've always liked him. I'd take him. We'll see. We'll see whether or not it looks like he's going to Inter. He's handed in a transfer request. I think it's just whether or not those 2 clubs can get a deal over the line. Sorry, bear with me. I'm worried that I mean, I don't think that works because they're different sides. I'm worried. I think Tell was the replacement for Son, not Kudus. Kudus on a different side. So it looks like Tell will be. Would anyone take Ericsson as a year as an emergency? Do you know what? No, I wouldn't. But we're not far off being that desperate. That's the problem, isn't it? That's a funny one. And reality all rolled into one. It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. Yeah, I thought it was Mark Fish. Yeah, South African, right? If I'm not wrong. Mark Fish. TalkSport Sterling to West Ham. Is that true? TalkSport we're talking about Sterling to West Ham. Interesting. Sterling's just last couple of years floating around, isn't he? Not really doing a lot, old Sterling, which is a shame. He's had a very good career. Richard Rufus, who was a priest, right? Turned into a priest. I think he also got done for money laundering. I might have made that bit up. I lack ambition. Sure, I lack ambition. Sure, Angeball. Why do I lack ambition, Angeball? Why? Tell me why I lack it. I like Angeball. Angeball's a funny guy. For anyone who thinks I lack ambition, this is what I said earlier. This is what I said I want Spurs to do earlier. Are you ready? Let's just shut Angeball up because, again, he's crying because Ange has gone. This is what I said I wanted Spurs to do for the rest of this window. There you go. Grealish, Eze, Wissa. Sorry, lacking ambition. Why am I lacking ambition? Interesting. What do we think of this team, people? I showed it on this morning's show. But hey, let me see. Can you name one young player we have developed and sold? I mean, not for a long time. Not for a long time. Obviously, Gareth Bale, Luka Modric, Berbatov, but no. Kane from the youth team, but not in terms of not many. Proper players, proper footballers in the days when footballers were quality. Absolutely. Where would be? And you should make a point of reading my full sentence before jumping to conclusions. Dude, just put it all in a full sentence then. You've got a whole chat box to write in. Hey, it is what it is. Foxy. Now, this man knows his worldwide football. To Colombia, Nelson Diosa is the best deal of the day. Signed for Betis for 10 million, value for money. Listen, these Spanish clubs seem to pick up these players, don't they, from South America for dirt cheap and then sell them on. And Foxy, to be honest, I trust your judgment. I don't think I've seen you say one ever where I think, God, that's a shit take. So I'll go with you on that. Big up to the super chats. Big up to Lee Bond, very generously. Really appreciate you. Thank you very, very much. That is very, very much appreciated. Thanking you kindly, young sir. And also to Ian JD, who's also a channel member and a mod. Thank you for the super chat, Ian. I said the fact no other clubs are coming in to buy any of our forward line tells us everything we need to know about the quality of our players. Mate, yes. Look, I mean, we've just got so many poor players, haven't we? Hang on, what's that on your face? What's that on your face? Sorry, something was on Stewie. We've got so many poor players that no one wants to buy them. But what I do know is this, Ian. If Chelsea had this squad, I bet you Chelsea would find homes for them. I bet you they would be ruthless and move them on. Any money you like, they would be ruthless and move them on. We're just not. Unfortunately, we're just not. And that's the club we are right now. But big up to you. Thank you very much for the super chat. You guys have been so generous. No, Phil, stop this. 12, 15 goals to tell this season in the Prem. Stop this. Listen, Phil, this is where it gets silly. Surely you can see by now. Surely you can see by now, Phil. You've backed this guy for ages. He's not very good. Surely you can see that. He's been absolutely dreadful in pre-season. He was dreadful last year. I thought he was awful at the Euro under-21s. But it is what it is. Josh has said Elliott and Grealish would add a lot to this team. Yes, we need a striker, but don't see this happening. I completely agree on all fronts. Completely agree with you. Big up DJ. DJ. How we doing, man? Hope you're well. DJ, this is the Rude Boy Sound. DJ Paul Lawrence said, Savva, great summary on the Levy video. I think people wanted to hear from Levy, but not what he had to say. Yeah, I think with the Daniel Levy stuff, it always makes me laugh, right? It always makes me laugh. I think people see that that Levy's going to do a talk with a university or a Spurs forum or the overlap, whatever it may be, and I think they're expecting something amazing to come out of it, and I don't know why. Daniel Levy is a seasoned businessman. He's a pro at running a football club. Why do they think they're going to hear something that they're not? Like, people are going, oh, no, but he didn't explain how he was going to get there. He didn't explain the money. Did anyone think he was going to? You know? No, it is. Oh, dude, you're annoying me. Stop, go away. You're boring me now. Sorry, I can't tell you in one sentence, mate. And it shows how attentive you are of your audience. Because if you knew anything, how attentive. Dude, I talked to my entire chat so you can politely F off. See you later, mate. You're going into a timeout. What an absolute idiot. Oh, sorry. I've lost my patience with people. Yeah, exactly. Apparently, I'm meant to keep track of everybody's nonsense all at the same time. Madness. Big up to all the good people out there. Yeah, big up to all the people out there. Really appreciate it. Mark Taylor says, Savva, you saying your favorite signing ever is the big guy, Ginola? I mean, one of. I loved it when we signed Ginola. Ginola is everything I love in a footballer. gracious, the way he plays, the way he glides, technical control of the ball, skill, passing, cross, just the way he glides, everything about him. And when we signed him, I was like a pig in shit. And I was unbearable to all my friends. Obviously, it was a lot younger, right? It was like 97. Do you know the 97? Yeah, hang on. Let's see. It was 97, wasn't it? What year did David Ginola sign for Spurs? I don't even know why I bother doing that. It never gives me what I asked for. Absolutely, Destiny. Only Spurs can make our own fans feel so down after winning a European trophy. Yeah, they've just had a perfect opportunity to really kick on. And as it stands, it doesn't look like we are. Jason has said, Sam, from your time as a Spurs supporter, what would be your all-time starting 11 from your favourite Tottenham players? I did this on the 2 Mark show, where I did my all-time 11 from when I've been alive. Now, my all-time 11 is different from my favourite 11. But let me tell you what my all-time 11 was. And again, it's from when I've been alive. And yes, I got, like, somebody messaged me earlier and said, oh, half the fan base hate you because you put Sol Campbell in your all-time 11 team. Well, Sol Campbell was a world-class centre-half. No one asked me, who do I hate? No one asked me who pissed off the club. They asked me about the quality of footballer. I went with Eric Torsvet in goal. I went with right-back Carl Walker. I went with centre-halves of Ledley King and Sol Campbell. I think that would be an unstoppable centre-back pairing. Left-back, I think I put in Justin Edinburgh. I don't think we've ever really had great left-backs. Then I went with Luka Modric, Gaza. Luka Modric and Gaza in a 2 and Hoddle behind the striker. I went Bale, Ginola, and then I went Klinsmann. And I'm very happy with my team. I'm very, very happy with my team. A lot of people, oh my God, where's Kane and Son? Oh my God, there's no Dele Alli. Oh my God, there's no this player. Listen, you can't please everyone. But listen, Hoddle, Gaza, Modric, the best 3 I've seen, best 3 midfield players I've seen by a country mile. I don't even, here goes a question. And for any of those that are old enough to have seen those players like me, we've had some good midfielders at Spurs. We've had Dembele, we've had Carrick, right? We've had players like that, Van der Vaart, but I can't think of anyone that touches that 3. So this is since I was born in 1982. Gaza, Modric, Hoddle. There we go. Gaza, Modric, Hoddle. What do you think? Anyone that touches them? Anyone that comes close to that as a 3, a midfield 3? I think we're gonna. Yeah, Archer. I was with the left backs. I was very much. There wasn't a standout for me. You know, I toyed with the idea of Rose, Okoto, Edinburgh, Ziga. I toyed with the idea of, do I put Bale at left back so I could get Chris Waddle in? I don't know. Like, you know, I was toying with lots of ideas. Berbatov. Listen, the strikers I've seen at Spurs, Berbatov, Klinsmann, Sheringham, Kane. I mean, just some Clive Allen. Like, we've seen some top strikers. It's so difficult, isn't it, to just say one? But when you're pushed, you've got to answer, right? Yeah. Oh, mate, Josh. I mean, Josh, that midfield, Gaza and Modric. You think of that: the power, the passing, the skill, the ability to dictate a game from midfield, and then Hoddle as the creator. Jesus. Oh. And I want this guy. I just keep saying, get the ball to him and Bale. They can swap wings all game. I don't care. They can just swap wings. Let Hoddle just keep finding them. And yes, absolutely. Glenn Hoddle was absolutely different gravy. Welsh Luka Modric says, Savva, I'm with you. Do you know who's my favourite player? Realistically, what 2 signings would complete our transfer window? Eze and if I had to go, only 2. Eze and I'll take Eze and Grealish. Take Eze and Grealish for me. Trevor Standing. Big up to you, my man. And thank you very much to the people that have subscribed. Come on, people. I'm sure we can get a couple of late subscribers, can't we? What's this? Lots of reports saying that Aston Villa are in for Evan Gussand of Nice, striker. Lots of people talking about him. We'll see. We'll see. Come on, guys and girls. Let's have one last try, shall we, for the last 10 minutes. Can we get in 4 or 5 subscribers? The link is pinned, but I'll put it in again here. Thank you very much. And thank you to anybody who has smashed the like button. We're only 10 away from 400. Let me get some super chats in. Big up to Lee Bond. Again, very generous. Thank you very much, Lee. Really, really do appreciate you. Thank you very much, my man. Appreciate that. And then big up to Cat Funt. Marinakis said, Eze, 10 days until release clause is up. No Arsenal. Look, Cat Funt, I would love, if Spurs pulled that off, that would be the best signing for me for a very long time. I'd go as far as to say that's our best signing since Van der Vaart. There you go. If Spurs could pull off Eze, it'd be our best signing since Van der Vaart. But thank you very much. As I said, ladies and gentlemen, we got 5 to 10 minutes left. So smash that like button. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Ben said Modric was on a different level to everyone. He was wanted by the biggest club on the planet, whereas Hoddle and Gaza weren't. Oh, my God. No, and no. What have I just read, Ben? Ben, Gaza was touted as the best player in the world in 1990. The best player on the planet he was being touted as. What are we? No. Oh, no. Oh, gosh, that's I'm finding that one tough. I think Modric's overrated by Spurs fan because of how good he became. I can't say that. Sorry, man. I can't. I thought Modric was absolutely breathtaking at Spurs. I think once he settled in, he was amazing. Not having Kane is crazy. Why? Have you seen Berbatov play? Have you seen Jurgen Klinsmann play? Why? Jurgen Klinsmann was the last world-class signing Spurs made. Why is that crazy? And no, that's not true. Gaza was not more of an attacker. Paul Gascoigne was a centre mid. So again, mapping, if you're going to do this, get it right. Trust me, Paul Gascoigne was not an attacking midfielder. He played in the days when you played a 4-4-2, and Paul Gascoigne was a central midfielder. Marianne Sanhoda was the best ever. Yeah, listen, I can't believe we've got Son. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. I don't think there is any Rodrigo scenario. I think it's a load of made-up nonsense to get people happy. But it's what we do. Hang on. Here you go. Fabrizio Romano's just said it as well. Let's bring that up. Fabrizio Romano said it about Aston Villa. Here we go. See, Aston Villa. How can Aston Villa? Aren't they meant to be in trouble financially and they can buy players? Here we go. There you go. Aston Villa are closing in on Evan Gussand deal with OGC Nice and the players' camp. Negotiations of 35 million fee at final stages with details being sorted between the clubs. Player said yes to Villa with details of his contract also being finalised. It just makes you upset, doesn't it? When you see things like this as a Spurs fan, you just think, why? Oh, God, like, how is everyone else buying players and we're not? How? What is going on? What is going on? I don't know. I don't know. What can you do, people? What can you do? Just the way Spurs are run, aren't we? Just it seems that everyone wants to go for their players. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Oh God, listen. Oh, hang on. Yeah. There was definitely some revisionism there. Man United wanted Gaza. Lazio were huge at the time, wanted Gaza. I remember Barcelona at one point wanted Gaza. This is Listen, guys and girls, going to do yeah, Ben, for sure. But come on, man, the way you've just kind of belittled Gaza and Hoddle. Oh, that's a crazy one, my man. That's a crazy one. Big up to let me get rid of that. Big up to Marco. Said always thought Rafael van der Vaart was gifted and strong. That's not showing on the screen. There it is. Rafael van der Vaart, quality player. Really good player. Shame we got him at the back end of his career. His legs had started to go, but what a good player he was. There was a reason he was at Real Madrid. Really good player. Hey, thank you very much for the super chat. I really, really do appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you to everyone who's been very generous today. We have now just gone over the 400 likes. Listen, I'm going to leave it there, guys and girls. Thank you very much. Unless something happens in the world of Spurs tonight, I won't be back until tomorrow morning. But thank you for all your comments. I've tried to get to as many as possible. Thank you very much for all those who don't troll. Take care, everyone. Much love. And on your way out, here it is. On your way out, I'll just ask nicely. On your way out, there's the link. If you would subscribe, that would be utterly amazing. Thank you very much. Take care. And as always, come on, you Spurs.